Hello YouTube, it's Bible Teen doing another individual video game review. This time I'm going to be reviewing another Sega Master System game, and that game is Fantasy Zone. The game was originally released in 1985 in the arcades by Sega. Then it was ported to the Sega Master System in 1986. And this game is really weird, in my opinion. What the main story of the game is, you're this flying thing named Opa Opa. And for some of you who don't know, Opa Opa was the first mascot for Sega. He was the first official mascot for Sega. It was not Alex Kidd. Alex Kidd would become the second official mascot for Sega, and then Sonic the Hedgehog would be the third and current official mascot for Sega. But anyway, Opa Opa was the first official mascot for Sega. But anyway, the main story of the game is you're this flying thing named Opa Opa, and you have to stop all these alien attacks by these strange and weird creatures and so forth. You have to shoot out a bunch of bases. Once you shoot out all the bases in a level, or in a round, in other words, you fight a boss. If you defeat the boss, you go on to the next round and so forth until you get to round 8. And in round 8, you have to fight all of the bosses again in the order that you fought them in. And then the final boss, I looked up on YouTube about this, looked up some videos about it. This is a spoiler alert. If you don't want to hear this, just turn the volume down for a few seconds. Spoiler alert, but anyway, the final boss is really Opa Opa's long-lost father. I just think that the ending to this game is like a cheap knockoff of Star Wars Episode 5, The Empire Strikes Back. You know, where Darth Vader says, "Luke, I am your father." Yeah, but anyway. Enough about that. Let's put in the game. This game is a bit of a clone of Defender. If anyone's ever played that in the arcades or on a console. This game was also released onto the NES on an unlicensed Tengen cart. But that version of the game is extremely hard to find. I've never even seen it before. I've heard about it though. But anyway. Well, power cord's on the fritz again. Well, there we go. There's the old opening. Okay, as it boots up, you see the title screen. So I press start, which is the 1 button. Yeah, but anyway, you can collect coins in this game, and you can use them. Let me pause it for a sec. You can collect coins in this game and go to these part shops that appear from time to time. They look like little balloons. Red balloons are the part shop. Yellow balloons are just to select your weapon. But if you get the part shop, you also get to select what weapon to use right after you visited the part shop. But anyway, you can go to the part shop, get extra parts, and so forth. But a little warning about it: if you do get hit by an enemy and you lose a life. Of course, if you do touch an enemy, you do lose a life. If you lose a life, you lose all of your parts and modifications. And that's a real bummer right there. But anyway, this game is pretty much of a cult classic arcade game. There were a couple of sequels. There was Fantasy Zone 2, The Tears of Opa Opa. That did not do too well. I actually like the original one. A lot of people like the original Fantasy Zone. And then there was Super Fantasy Zone that came out on the Sega Genesis, and that did not do too well either. But anyway, this game is really not arcade perfect. It's almost arcade perfect. The only thing that keeps it from being arcade perfect is vertical scrolling on the screen. Instead, you've only got horizontal. But anyway, I just got killed. Anyway, one is to shoot your lasers, and two is to drop bombs. Okay, that's one of the bases that killed. I'll try and at least finish one round. But this game is a little difficult. I just got killed again. And game over. I've probably got time for another game. Yeah, but anyway, that's pretty much all you do. There's nothing much to it. It's just a shoot 'em up game. Oh, there's a part shot. Now, see, you can also, here's another strange thing. In order to get extra lives, you have to buy them, which is kind of neat. But each time when you buy an extra life, the price gets higher and higher, almost to the point where it's impossible. Then we'll go with a laser beam. I'll just exit. That was the part select screen that I just quickly exited off of. Oh, and also, by each round, the bases get harder and harder to destroy. They take more hits to kill. Another strange thing is if you fly right to the ground, he walks. That's just strange. It's a flying, walking thing. I don't know how else to put it in perspective, but... Okay, and make it to the boss. And this is what happens. Your scoring status disappears for a moment while you're trying to fight the boss. It appears right after you fight the boss to show you what your status is. And then it goes to the next round. Each time when you defeat a boss, you get a whole bunch of coins. It's like a jackpot. I guess that's the way you can put it. There we go. Yeah, but you get a whole bunch of coins. And this is the second level, but we don't have time for that now. But anyway, I actually like this game. I mean, it's a good game, though it does have a bit of a cheesy ending in terms of, you know, it's kind of like a knockoff of Star Wars The Empire Strikes Back ending and so forth. You know, I am your father. Yeah, but other than that, it's actually a very good game to play. It's a cult classic. A lot of people like it. I would actually give this game a rating of 4 crosses out of 5. It's not arcade perfect, but then again, a whole lot of arcade ports in the 80s were not so perfect. But other than that, I would definitely get this game for your Master System if you don't already have it. It shouldn't be too hard to find. But anyway, hope you enjoyed this review. This has been Battle Teen. I'll see you next time.